of the phases of implementation. Unlike what it used to be in the past, we are taking our time to fully ensure that a clear-cut, time frame is given to each phase of the plan, so that at each stage you know what's next we have to do. I think that's the most important thing here. The question on access to credit. I remember during our economic monitoring team meeting about 2 days ago, this question was raised, and the Minister of Finance did assure Nigeria that a lot of effort are being made to lower the interest rates of banks and probably come out with some financial institutions that will assist our investors or creditors, so that at least this kind of investment outlay will not be discouraged by potential investor. We are trying to look into that, and a lot of incentive will come on the way of investor so as to create an enabling environment for them to flourish. Mr. President is so much interested in this master plan. Believe that if we can get infrastructure in place in the next 30 years, the way we are planning it, other things will fall in line. So I think we are looking into that. The ASG will shed more light on that. But again, as stakeholders in this contract, I think the president will do their own too. And that is why we are bringing you on board, not just today. Every bit of our step being taken, we shall involve you. It's something that if we are able to implement it, we address other nagging issues confronting this country. The last question from the blueprint, gentlemen, has to do with looking at the possibility of a legislation, looking at the possibility of having a National Assembly input. I want to tell the pressmen here seated that this issue was raised. We look into it as a matter of bringing everybody on board, and as a preventive mechanism of avoiding being jettisoned by the subsequent governments. It was critically, examined. We thought of it. We are wary of such development, and government is considering, taking it to National Assembly at the right time. We have commenced implementation from 2014 budget. It will continue, but again, we mustn't do something that will hold down the wheel of progress. But as it remains now, it's still a policy of federal government already being implemented.
From ancient times, human beings have been striving to master their environment. This quest has increased the need for well-trained and efficient workforce. Effective training in skills acquisition has contributed immensely to the technological excellence and economic self-reliance. Abdullahi Suleiman Yaji takes a look at the strategic importance of skills enhancement program to the nation's economy.
The emergence of new industries has given rise to demands for training and retraining in new skills in the existing and new occupational areas, so that people may fit into today's and tomorrow's world of employment. Experts say Nigeria's social and economic problems will be drastically reduced if youths are given adequate vocational training in skills, raw materials, machineries, and equipment.
These training programs are based on needs. Skills are like newspapers. They expire with time and some new ones come in. So that is why we train and retrain continuously. And that is the benefit we will derive from this, because we will now know what is the global need of skills that we will display to the world, and the world will take, and the ones we will get from the remaining part of the world. It will improve the Nigerian economy because we will now go to by the time we get there in the world, everybody will see us displaying our own skills, and that will invite some investors to our country, and that will also assist our people to get jobs in various countries in the world.
It is only with skilled men that material can be harnessed, manipulated, and transformed into product.
Government is expected to give it full support. You can't build a country without builders. You need skills. You need to create jobs for, estimates say, unemployment among the youth is close to 80% when you include school leavers and graduates. How do you provide them jobs? Countries in the world, if you look at China, the Asian tigers, they have two strategies. They are developing the skill set for the manufacturing base, which will require a lot of people on one hand. Then on the other hand, they are also developing skill set for the new knowledge economy so that they can provide, so that we can provide jobs.
In developed economy, it is not a government that run most of these things. They are run by private sectors. So if government is able to put infrastructure in place, different localities to train people to become self-employed, it will help grow the economy so that people will not rely so much on government. Some of these things they bring into Nigeria, they sell to toothpick and so on. Some are produced by students abroad. While they are still studying, at the same time, they are already, making money. So that by the time they graduate, they are already self-employed. They don't have to hustle around looking for the jobs that are not there.
With quality skills acquisition programs, countries like America, Britain, Germany, and Japan have rehabilitated drug addicts, school dropouts, and several destitutes who eventually contribute meaningfully to the economy. Skills acquisition will help Nigerians build a strong and more competitive nation.
That's our beat on business this week. Well, thank you for your kind attention. Let's do it again same time next week. Bye now.
Has wasted many lives and destroyed valuable property.
We are in a season when we all need to come together and agree to have peace. Peace comes from God, but peace also comes to men and women who say to themselves, we believe in a country, we believe in one another, we believe that we can live together, irrespective of our tribes, irrespective of our religion.
It's for all of us now to wake up, tighten our belts more, push insecurity out of the lives of our people, and have a very stable, free, and developed society where everybody will know that yes, I'm free to live my life. One nation bound in freedom.
Nigeria, moving forward together.
Nigeria needs peace and stability. Achieve our goals in unity. We are brothers and sisters, we've lived together for years now. Say no to violence now. Sing it with me. Peace, peace, peace. Let's all embrace peace. We are brothers and sisters, we've lived together for years now. Say no to violence now. No religion preaches violence. We need understanding and tolerance. You can be you, I can be me, that's the way it should be. Say no to violence now. Sing it one more time. Peace, peace, peace. Let's all embrace peace. In the family, in schools, at work, everywhere. Say no to violence now.
You asked for it, and now you've got it. NTA Entertainment, your 24-hour entertainment channel, showing on the StarTimes DTT platform.
NTA, your one-stop entertainment channel.
All over the world, let there be love in your heart and mind.
Every time there is conflict and violence, women suffer loss. That is why the women of Nigeria are saying, let there be peace.
Let us love one another. Let us live together. We have no other country to go than Nigeria. Carry the message of peace to your walls. Carry it to your local government. Carry it to your states.
Let there be peace.
This message is brought to you by Rural Initiative for Poverty Alleviation, Development and Empowerment.
You asked for it, and now you've got it. NTA Entertainment, your 24-hour entertainment channel, showing on the Star Times DTT platform. NTA, your one-stop entertainment channel.
All over the world, let there be love in your heart and mind.
Every time there is conflict and violence, women suffer loss. That is why the women of Nigeria are saying, let there be peace.
Let us love one another. Let us live together. We have no other country to go than Nigeria. Carry the message of peace to your walls. Carry it to your local government. Carry it to your states.
Let there be peace.
This message is brought to you by Rural Initiative for Poverty Alleviation, Development and Empowerment. Has wasted many lives and destroyed valuable property.
We are in a season when we all need to come together and agree to have peace. Peace comes from God, but peace also comes to men and women who say to themselves, we believe in a country, we believe in one another, we believe that we can live together, irrespective of our tribes, irrespective of our religion.
It's for all of us now to wake up, tighten our belts more, push insecurity out of the lives of our people, and have a very stable, free, and developed society where everybody will know that yes, I'm free to live my life.
One nation bound in freedom. Peace and unity.
Nigeria, moving forward together. This message is...
This is the network service of the NTA.
Voyage of discovery, a journey celebrating knowledge, showcasing the scholars, lighting the tunnel of ignorance, pushing back the frontiers of knowledge, revelation of the universe. To the glory of God, to shaping our world, our minds and lives today for a better tomorrow. Voyage of discovery, voyage of discovery, voyage of discovery, gains of creativity.
The Research and Education Network in Nigeria is coming, from my perspective, perhaps a bit later than it should have. And to be fair to many teams before now, there were several efforts. Dating as far back as 2004, teams made attempts to build a research and education network for Nigeria because it has become the norm that all nations on earth should have research and education networks to underpin advanced research and the use of advanced tools for learning and teaching in our educational institutions. These efforts failed for many reasons. But in 2008, the World Bank supported science and technology education at the post-basic level. The STEP-B project commenced in Nigeria.
The truth cannot be lost in us that NGREN is opening a fresh and more rewarding platform to communicate, collaborate, access and share resources across national and international boundaries. This is primarily for the purpose of research and learning, but with the added capacities to offer the efficiencies of united communications and consolidation of digital content. To achieve this, a well-functioning secretariat and operational base is in the National Universities Commission, NUC. This is the operation room. Here, from point to point, the operatives explain how the network functions.
Within the Nigerian Education and Research Network, there are various experts doing various things. It's a system, and it's like a beehive. So we are meeting Funke Akande, having some input into the program. So please, can you tell us what you are doing and how you key into the network?
What we do here, because the secretariat is divided into 4 departments, and in each department we have the network operations department, which is where I am right now. We have the network service department, and we have the network innovation department.
Okay.
But I can only talk on the network operations department,
All
which
right.
is my main focus. And what we do here is that we monitor the operations of the network of the NGREN. As from NGREN, for the POC, proof of concept, we connected 27 universities, and each of these 27 universities are monitored closely to monitor downtime and uptime, and in case of any form of downtime, on how to recover immediately from that downtime. So what we do is we monitor it on a regular basis, and when we notice any form of downtime, if it requires an on-site engineer, we escalate immediately. So I have an on-site engineer go there, and if it's just a remote troubleshooting, we do that right here.
So how has it been since the beginning or the commissioning of this program?
From the commissioning, we've been very happy and excited because it has actually brought the network to limelight. It was like working on background, but right now we brought to limelight for Nigerians to know what the network is all about and what it can do, the collaborations the network can offer in the research and education sector. Because we have each different institutions in each of the clusters, the Lagos cluster, Kano cluster, Abuja cluster. We have each different universities in each of them, and all of them are actually making use, because the NGREN actually made it easy for them to make use of, and it's faster, so the network is actually faster. So
what's your own role?
Okay, I take daily records of the bandwidth transmitted in each zone.
Okay.
Yes, that's what I do.
Okay. Are the bandwidth evenly distributed, or you have some proportional distribution according to demands?
According to the way it's being transmitted.
Okay.
It has already been programmed.
Okay.
Yes, so we have a converter that converts it in each different bytes, kilobytes, megabytes.
Still within the operations colony, we have
cluster.
You are in the cluster?
Yes.
Okay, and specifically, what do you do?
Okay, my name is Oluwatobifora, and majorly what we do at the operations department, okay, is to monitor the utilization of each cluster and each university in individual clusters. So on a daily basis, we take a log of this utilization and for statistic purposes. Yeah. Exactly. So majorly that's what we do. We monitor devices that are up and those ones that are, are down. And once they're down, we'll make sure we escalate and get them to fix whatever issues it is.
So, statistically speaking, what's the average? And can we talk of the low, the high?
Well, we really can't have a low utilization, but majorly, at least some universities do as high as 50 megabit per second. Most of the universities are doing really, really good. They're actually utilizing the network.
What do they utilize it for predominantly?
Well, like the name says, research and education network. Yeah. Majorly for research and educational purposes. We also have other services running on the network. We have the video conferencing and voice over IP, okay, telephony system. So aside that, we provide internet service for them. So they're actually using this internet service in all these institutions.
I know that will interest students a lot.
Oh yes, yeah. Oh yes, they're really excited about the development.
So, Mr. John Ahene is still in the operations?
Yes, sir.
So please, what do you do?
What we normally do is that we take the daily utilization, the log, every day. We compare which university is using this and this, and why is this one not using. We call them anytime anyone is down, we call them. I think that is our basic responsibility. I'm scheduled to work on the video conferencing and support. Okay. You know, in terms of deployment of this nation, there are bound to be some challenges. And when challenges occur, well, I'm handling the support desk. So universities, engineering desk officer, when they have issues, they send calling 2 phones or 2 emails where I'll pick up their complaints. If I can address or resolve the issue, I will handle it. Where I cannot handle it at my own capacity, then I have to escalate the issue.
Averagely, they use about 50 to 60 megabits of bandwidth on a daily basis.
Okay, and that was the maximum. How far can they go?
They can go as far as 150 megabits.
Without paying any extra dime?
Without paying any extra dime. It's right there. It's just for them to utilize.
In case they reach the peak, what happens?
Well, they can actually request for more.
Especially can you now shift the capacity?
First, I'd like to congratulate my boss, my friend and brother, Professor Julius Okoje, the executive secretary of the National Universities Commission on this landmark event. Recall that research is at the heart of university education. Of course, you have the other arms being teaching and community service. Research is important in advancing the frontiers of knowledge. And when we advance the frontiers of knowledge, we add to the overall body of knowledge for development. So I see this event as an important milestone in our march towards elevating the development of Nigeria. Socio-economic development, science and technology development in all areas, because the research that is conducted in our universities is targeted at all areas. So this project,
including teaching itself.
Yes, including teaching itself. So this project is like a relay race. We are taking a baton and we're going to spring rapidly forward to breast the tape of national development.
Implementation process has taken us from scratch, so to speak, to this point where we have a core, a national backbone of 10 gigabits per second capacity, core presence in 4 locations, Lagos, Port Harcourt, Abuja, and Kano, and links from the 27 older federal universities, those that were in existence at the time the concept document was put together. All of these universities are linked to these 4 locations on a capacity of 155 megabits per second. The network, as we speak, also provides high-definition video conferencing as a service to all of these 27 universities, as well as the National Universities Commission.
In the next edition, we will return to Voyage of Discovery, which focuses on research and innovations in the universities. We will move to the Federal University, Minna, Niger State, for some outstanding research efforts.
Voyage of discovery, a journey celebrating knowledge, showcasing the scholars, lighting the tunnel of ignorance, pushing back the frontiers of knowledge, revelation of the universe, to the glory of God, to shaping our world, our minds and lives today for a better tomorrow. Voyage of discovery, voyage of discovery, voyage of discovery, gains of creativity, man can discover.
This local government will now take us serious. For anybody who not just hold the motor, 50,000, 50,000.
Come on from the car. Come on from the car. Come on. 50,000. 50,000. No.
The National Committee Against Touting, NCAT, is arresting anyone who collects levies, tax on mounted roadblock, as this is contravening the law. So together, let's work towards a tout-free public, Nigerian ports, highways, motor garages, and protect our travelers, investors, and transporters. Let's say no to touting any day, anywhere, and anytime. For inquiries, call 0708-904-2551 or 0803-709-5537. NCAT, keeping security watch on touts and criminals. This message is from the Office of the National Director Operations, National Committee Against Touting, NCAT, Abuja.
Jama'a ta da sallama barkamu da haka.
Ga labaranmu na duniya.
Shugaban ƙasa Goodluck Jonathan zai fara ziyara aiki zuwa ƙasashen Switzerland.
Ọha ndị ọma ndị amaala Nigeria.
Igbo ndị ọma na-ege ntị.
Onye isi ala anyị bụ Goodluck Jonathan.
Ìròyìn ló ń dé sí etí gbọ̀nyín láti iléeṣẹ́ NTA ìkànnì Oòduà.
Ẹ kú dédé wòyí o. Èyí ni ìròyìn láti iléeṣẹ́ amóhùnmáwòrán ìkànnì Oòduà.
NTA Language News, showing on NTA Star Times platform, 10 p.m. Monday to Friday, 10:30 p.m. Wednesday.
I thank you, yeah. Thank you, Muhammad, thank you, Emeka, thank you, Sade, thank you, Allah. We can never repay you, but from our hearts we like to say that we thank you.
Thank you for joining us on NTA Nationwide News. I am Ifeanyi Okafor. The head of Civil Service of the Federation, Mr. Adanladi Kifasi, has directed civil servants to be more proactive by attending to official matters with utmost dispatch to assist government in addressing some challenges facing the nation. This was during a meeting with the Federal Permanent Secretaries and Directorate-level officers of the service. Correspondent Abdullahi Garba Beninkudu reports.
A standing ovation for the head of service. This is coming from a number of issues touched by his speech. He reminded the director-level officers of their role as the driving force of the civil service, the need for them to be more proactive, complement government transformation drive, fight corruption, and ensure monitoring and evaluation of subordinates for effective service delivery.
It is totally inexplicable for directorate-level officers to keep files on their tables for unnecessarily long periods of time. This must stop. Henceforth, all officers are directed to ensure that no file should stay on their tables for more than 72 hours without permission of their superiors.
On the issue of welfare, the head of service assures civil servants of his staff housing committee to accelerate ownership of houses and a refocused regime of rewards and sanctions where necessary. The Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Health, Mr. Linus Awuti, used the occasion to educate the meeting on how government contains the Ebola virus and urged Nigerians to be more vigilant.
But this is the time when you feel unwell or showing symptoms that are similar to that. I think it is important for you to see a doctor.
This is the first time the head of civil service is meeting Director Cadre of the civil service since he's assumed office August 18, 2014. The next meeting has been scheduled with the Deputy Director's Cadre, which is to hold soon. In Abuja, Abdullahi Garba Bernokudu, NTA News.
Youths from the 36 states of the Federation and the Capital Territory, Abuja, have joined other groups and individuals to appeal to President Jonathan to declare his intention to run for presidency in 2015. Correspondent Basi Taikman reports that the group, under the auspices of People's Democratic Youth Frontier, made this known in a press briefing in Abuja.
Chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to please accede to the clarion call to declare his intention to contest the 2015 presidential election within 30 days from this day.
Those in support, I want to hear a thunderous hi.
Nigerian youths calling on President Jonathan to declare his intention to contest for the presidency in 2015.
The voice of the people are the voice of God. And the youths in Nigeria are saying that let him come out.
And Nigeria is a great country. We need to have Goodluck back, and we need to support him 2015.
Their resolve to gather support for the president, they noted, is based on his unprecedented achievements and the transformation he has brought to the nation over the years.
On the agenda of the president, and he has been able to transform and given support to the youth in this country and giving 35% to the women of this country, which we have never seen before.
And the mayor looking at the way the president is handling the issue of the country, you will see that the man, at least in mean way, for everybody in the country.
We need continuity, and we know he's the right person to be there.
Members of National Youth Frontier, therefore, reiterated their determination to support President Goodluck Jonathan.
In a similar development, women from the 6 states of the South-South geopolitical zone under the auspices of House to House Campaign Organization, have called on President Goodluck Jonathan to seek re-election in 2015. The women made the call at a sensitization program in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. Clement Barakwi completes the story.
The sensitization program held at the Museum Park, Uyo, had in attendance representatives of the women from Akwa Ibom, Cross River, Rivers, Bayelsa, Delta, and Edo states. The downpour of that day did not deter the women from making their position known. National Women Leader House to House Campaign Organization Chief Fumi Naji said the women took the bold step in joining the clarion call for the president to contest the 2015 election in view of his support to the women.
We are not joking when we declared Goodluck wanted. We are not joking also when we said that we are moving round from house to house.
Others who spoke at the occasion renewed their commitment in ensuring that women are mobilized to participate actively in next year's general elections.
What we're expecting in 2015 is for all women, especially the South-South zone, to come out and march.
We want him to continue. That's what we believe in, and that's what we want.
Success, victory all the way. That's our expectation for Mr. President.
The South-South sensitization program is part of measures put in place by House to House Campaign Organization in ensuring that President Jonathan succeeds in 2015 elections. In Uyo, Clement Barikui, NTA News.
Meanwhile, as Nigeria grapples with efforts to get towards deepening democracy, a coalition of non-governmental organizations has stressed the need for respect for fundamental principles and practice of human rights and the rule of law. The group, known as Good Governance and Transparency Coalition, made the call at a news briefing in Abuja after a tour of Southeast Nigeria. Correspondent Joseph Orok reports.
The news briefing, which was centered on democracy and respect for human rights in the Southeast Nigeria, is aimed at encouraging political leaders to always allow free and fair democratic space, devoid of autocratic dispositions.
An opinion of all right-thinking civil society activists is that you have to throw political contest, make it democratic, open the democratic space, and allow quality people to vie for political offices, and allow the electorate to determine who they want to vote for.
The Good Governance and Transparency Coalition, a body of 36 registered non-governmental organizations, also stressed the need for key democratic institutions like the police to be strengthened for optimal productivity. The group also calls for the domestication of the Child Rights Acts by all states of the Federation. Joseph Orok, NTA News.
The Secretary, PDP Board of Trustees, Senator Walid Jibrin, says the North Central Zonal Rally organized by Transformation Agenda in Mina is a clear testimony that the zone has thrown its weight behind President Goodluck Jonathan to run for 2015 presidential election. Senator Walid Jibrin, who said the rally, which brought together key stakeholders in the zone, has demonstrated the magnitude of support the president has from the people, given his transformation package for the zone.
People of North Central Zone are always ready at any time to give their support to Goodluck Jonathan. The southern people, the South people of Nigeria have been allies of the North. They have supported the North. They have dined with the North. We have to now give them our own support. It is our pleasure that in the North we must reciprocate what they have done to us.
Secretary of the PDP Board of Trustees also called on the North to close ranks and give President Goodluck Jonathan a second chance.
Northern Elders Forum, you have the Northern Elder Council, and we call ourselves elders, and we are not even united. You have so many other organizations in the North. What we should be fighting for now is to first unite the North. When we unite the North, then we'll take the presidency in a very simple platter of gold.
Senator Walid Jibrin said Transformation Ambassadors of Nigeria, even though an NGO, it has succeeded in showcasing President Goodluck Jonathan positively. The member representing Madagali Michika Federal Constituency of Adamawa State in the House of Representatives, Ganama Titsi Kwaga, has appealed to the federal government to urgently deploy soldiers to the areas where insurgents have in the past 2 weeks unleashed mayhem with burning and sacking of villages and several communities. The lawmaker described the situation as deplorable, stating that the people who fled into the bushes and mountains have now run out of food and in their need of help.
Nobody can tell you exactly what is happening there now because there are no people on ground to give you a first-hand information. All that I get is people on the mountains who by some chance have run with their telephones. They will call to tell me that this is what is happening, especially in the night. They will say the insurgents are moving into the town now. We can see their headlamps. We can see them moving in their numbers.
He called for immediate relief from the concerned agencies. Governor Babatunde Raji Fashola of Lagos State visits site of collapsed building at the Synagogue Church. Details with Ademola in Lagos. Hello Ademola, what's the situation in Lagos?
Thank you, Ifeanyi. The situation is under control now. You're welcome to Lagos. Lagos State Governor Babatunde Fashola has directed staff of the Synagogue Church of All Nations to give way to rescue workers to enable them carry out effective operations to save more lives. The governor gave the directive during a visit to the scene of the collapsed building. The directive came in the wake of difficulty rescue workers face. Jesuton Moses reports.
While commiserating with the General Overseer of the Church, Temitope Joshua, the Governor, Mr. Babatunde Fashola, noticed that he understood the sense of sympathy and compassion of those concerned. He, however, emphasized the need for specialists in rescue operations to be in charge of the exercise. Mr. Fashola expressed sadness at the loss, describing it as unfortunate.
We need to take control of this and have people who are trained to do this job do so. So kindly ask all your staff to step down from this place. When we finish, if you have any person, whether an engineer or a medical person, you want to be on the site with them, working with them, knowing what they are taking there, then it's easier. He can report to you and they can report to me. But we can't carry on emergency and rescue operation service with your men and members. We understand that this is an unfortunate situation.
The church accommodation building collapsed Friday last week, claiming scores of lives, while several others sustained various degrees of injury. In Lagos, Jesuton Moses, NTA News.
Meanwhile, the Commissioner of Police has ordered the release of 5 dogs after a collective decision to use dogs by responding agencies. The dogs will assist in making the search and rescue process faster. Ahead of the 2015 general elections, stakeholders have enjoined Nigerians to conduct themselves in a peaceful manner to devoid of violence. This was the submission of speakers at a public lecture organized by the Move on Nigeria Group Lagos State Chapter. Olajide Bello reports.
With the theme, handling propaganda, objectivity and patriotism during electionary period, speakers at the lecture urged politicians to be objective in their campaign manifestos rather than creating enmity. They also identified youth restiveness as the main instrument hijacked in politics to cause chaos, hence the need for youth to embrace peace in order to secure a better and brighter future. Speaking on what informed the lecture, the national president and the state coordinator of Move on Nigeria comment.
Move on Nigeria, as the name implies, is an organization that is one supporting the corporate citizens of Nigeria. We are supporting the transformation agenda.
There's so much manipulation going on, and I feel as a Nigerian I have a right to stand up to say this is what I want.
In his submission, Group Captain Olatunji Sele described the lecture as timely saying it will provide a platform to brainstorm on ways of building a strong and viral country. The Move on Nigeria, which is a non-governmental organization, is with a view to foster love, peace and unity among Nigerians. In Lagos, Olajide Bello, NTA News.
Individuals who visit the University College Hospital UCH Ibadan will henceforth undergo a compulsory screening for Ebola virus disease. This is part of measures put in place at the hospital to prevent possible spread of the virus. Oloyede Olawale reports.
The screening exercise, which is done to ensure good health and the safety of individuals, is an action taken by the Committee on Rapid Response to Emergency and Outbreak of Disease of UCH Ibadan to reduce to the possible minimum level the spread of Ebola disease.
The screening exercise is okay. A little bit scared because I was having fever before I came here.
The screening points are located in the most busiest departments of the hospital, such as the accident entry point, the medical outpatient clinic, and the emergency unit.
We want to screen, that is to know the temperature of that individual. And we are sure that, okay, we do that with non-touch method by using the infrared thermometer.
It is said that the disease currently has no vaccine. Therefore, individuals are urged to maintain good personal hygiene and yield to the instruction of health workers while performing the screening exercise.
In Ibadan, Oloyede Olawale, NTA News.
And still on the Ebola virus, the enlightenment campaign on the dreaded Ebola virus is being intensified by government and concerned agencies. One of such is the Red Cross Society of Nigeria, which took the campaign to the Snake Island. Abolore Ogbara was with the team and described the experience as very revealing.
The awareness program brought together community leaders, youth, and older well-wishers of the Nanti village at the Snake Island Apapa to a standstill. The humanitarian organization Nigerian Red Cross Society officials used the forum to enlighten and sensitize the adults and children of the community on the deadly Ebola virus disease. They were also taught how to wash their hands and apply hand sanitizer properly, especially as schools are about to resume.
One of the things we are really advising is that this is sanitizer, they need to have sanitizer, and then once they are being sensitized on how to take proper hygiene, prevention will take place.
This is our own way of saying Ebola must not live in our community.
Anything you tell us to do, like washing hands and wash well with clean water and soap and the cream, I believe, by the grace of God, we'll not see something like Ebola.
I want to say a big thank you to the Red Cross because for them bringing this, most people don't even know about personal hygiene.
The organization says it is ready to contain the spread of the Ebola disease in the country by reaching out to more communities for the benefit of mankind. In Lagos, Abolore Ogbara, NTA News.
And that does it from Lagos. It's back to you, Ifeanyi, for more on Nationwide. Good afternoon.
Thanks. You just heard Ademola from Lagos. Moving on here in Abuja, as part of measures to contain the spread of Ebola in Nigeria, West African Examination Council WAEC team has embarked on November-December screening of WAEC candidates in Abuja, Nigeria's capital. Correspondent Obiageli Ugoke monitored the exercise, which was carried out in 5 centers within the city.
Bent on not taking chances with the lives of candidates writing the ongoing November-December examinations, management of the council embarked on a random Ebola screening of the candidate.
We've acquired scanners, we've made sanitizers available, face masks and hand gloves to our supervisors who are going to be interacting with people from various backgrounds.
WAEC has taken a proactive step to be sure that the safety of the candidates is not compromised.
These candidates, they explained, are the first set of the newly introduced walk-in candidate examinations where a student can participate in the examinations without prior registration.
The walk-in candidate, it actually allows you
because you have 1 or 2 deficiencies, and these are the only things you need to remedy. So you come in and then for instance, today we write in English. The next time might be maybe mathematics, and there are those who just need only mathematics and 1 other paper. So I think it's a very good innovation.
I've been tested for Ebola. They said I was okay, and mostly all of us here are okay. So
apart from Ebola screening, biometric features of candidates were captured to check examination malpractice, which is the first of its kind in West Africa. In Abuja, Obiageli Ugoke, NTA News.
The Association of Medical Laboratory Scientists of Nigeria has supported the federal government's decision to reopen schools. The group made their position known at a media conference in Abuja. Aisha Tuzango Abdullahi has details.
President of the association, Dr. Godswill Okara, says the group's position at any time is based on hard scientific evidence.
We would like to appeal to the NUT, the National Union of Teachers, not to overreact. It is not in the place of teachers to manage disease condition.
However, the association voiced its displeasure over the importation of vaccines.
Our colleagues were in charge of the vaccine production lab in Yaba that produced doses of yellow fever vaccine. It is with sadness that we observe that government allowed the facilities to fall apart. The enabling environment should be created, the facilities should be updated and reactivated, and medical laboratory scientists given the professional backing and official support by government to produce these vaccines.
The body commended the leadership displayed by the federal government in making available the financial resources and logistic inputs needed to curtail the Ebola virus disease. In Abuja, Aishatu Zango Abdullahi, NTA News.
Still on health matters, research shows that Nigeria has the highest vesico-vaginal fistula (VVF) rate in the world. As part of efforts to address this situation, a non-governmental organization has come up with a project called Fistula Care Plus to ultimately improve access to fistula prevention and treatment in Nigeria. Rashidat Mustafa Olagunju reports.
Fistula is an abnormal hole between the bladder or rectum and the female organ, characterized by continuous and uncontrollable leakage of urine or feces following complications during childbirth. Records indicate that about 400,000 to 800,000 women are living with this challenge in Nigeria, with about 12,000 to 20,000 cases recorded annually, while only 10% of this number are treated.
Stereotype, cultural values, norms, and beliefs, it makes it very difficult for our women and even the men alike to come up and say that, yes, I have this kind of problem in my family.
Fistula is a preventable condition. It is a treatable condition. Women out there who have fistula should go to the different centers that we have in 10 states of Nigeria for treatment.
It's we that have been in it that we will now talk to them. Come out. I was once like you, was a victim, but now you can see me bubbling with life.
The Fistula Care Plus is a 5-year project repackaged by USAID to prevent, manage, and finally eliminate VVF from Nigeria, as obtained in some industrialized country. In Abuja, Rashidat Mustafa Olagunju, NTA News.
And as part of efforts to improve healthcare delivery for military personnel and civilians, the first phase of the Nigerian Army 44 Reference Hospital, Kaduna, has been commissioned. Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Kenneth Minima, said it is a milestone in the Nigerian Army. Mohammed Lawal Baba reports.
The commissioning of the Ultramodern Radio Diagnostic Center of the Nigerian Army 44 Reference Hospital, Kaduna, consists of digital X-ray, ops room, monography, fluoroscopy, and bright speed scanner, among others. Chief of Army Staff Lieutenant General Kenneth Minima said it is the effort of the current administration to strengthen and improve healthcare delivery. The Army Chief said it will go a long way in meeting the needs of those who may have to travel outside the country for qualitative health care. Co-Commander Medical, Major General Obashino Ogumbi, said the hospital is being upgraded to assume United Nations status.
The hospital has continued to strive to contribute her quota by providing optimum level of healthcare services of highest quality to all clients within available resources.
The Nigerian Army 44 Reference Hospital Kaduna is the premier Nigerian Army hospital. It is a 300-bed hospital with over 25 departments. In Kaduna, Muhammad Lawal Baba, NTA News.
Arewa Consultative Forum meets on insecurity in some parts of northern Nigeria. Let's join Suleiman in Kaduna for this and other stories from that zone. It's over to you, Suleiman.
Thank you very much, Ifanyi, and welcome to Kaduna Network Center. Leaders of non-governmental groups from across the north have met with the Arewa Consultative Forum, ACF, to discuss the state of the nation's security and other issues that affect the north. Correspondent Benny Adams reports that the meeting held in Kaduna is at the instance of the Arewa Consultative Forum.
Led by the chairman, Arewa Consultative Forum, Ibrahim Komasi, the northern leaders seek to unite and find lasting solution to the insurgency and farmers' herdsmen conflicts in the northern part of the country.
This gathering heralds a major milestone for a new northern unity, as we have all agreed to come together under one umbrella to discuss one of our common problems, the security of our nation.
Top on the agenda of the meeting also is the additional polling unit controversy. Some northern leaders speak on the issues raised at the meeting.
We come together, unified, and create one block. I think we will be stronger. We'll have more effective program, and most probably be able to execute it without problem.
The concern from virtually everybody in the north is the quality of our representation in the National Assembly. People have to realize that these people are representative of the people and they're accountable to them. And you have to enlighten the people to know that when these people are not doing what they're supposed to do, they have the right to recall them.
A communique is expected at the end of deliberations. In Kaduna, Benny Adams, NTA News.
In an effort to combat insurgency in the country, especially in the northeast, the Nigerian Air Force, in collaboration with a security outfit, has trained some officers in asymmetric warfare and operation as tactical commanders. Correspondent Tina Toro has the details.
To tackle the current security challenges in the country, the Nigerian Armed Forces have evolved strategies to deal with the situation. In the light of this, the Nigerian Air Force, in collaboration with a security outfit, trained tactical commanders on asymmetric warfare. Air Vice Marshal Lucky Dambaki said the training will position the officers for higher regimental and internal security duties.
The Air Force felt it's necessary, at least to tap from the experience of the retired ones, that the country spent a lot of resources training them. We can't just leave them there, out there with the information they have, let them bring that information, impact it on the younger ones, and then.
Coordinator of the security outfit, Air Commodore Michael Equiri, said they will use their experience to provide tactical know-how to the officers.
Right now, you take them for these internal security operations. Now, they can command little units, the patrol units and all. They can command. They are very capable.
The 9-month course, which took place at the ground training group of the Nigerian Air Force Base Kaduna, had officers of the Nigerian Air Force from various formations in attendance. In Kaduna, Tina Toro, NTA News.
The Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development has distributed chicks and feeds to poultry farmers in Jigawa State under the Value Chain Initiative. Correspondent Awal Muhammad Kazori reports.
Poultry Value Chain Growth Enhancement Scheme is aimed at empowering smallholder poultry farmers, reduce poverty and create job opportunities. Each poultry farmer in Jigawa State was given 100-day-old chicks at 60% subsidy, 3 bags of feeds at 80% subsidy, in addition to free 400 doses of vaccine and 200 doses of vitality. Minister of Agriculture Dr. Akinwumi Adeshina, represented by the Poultry Value Chain Desk Officer Jigawa State Aisha Farouk, said the roles of the federal, state and local government in the success of the program is to provide infrastructure and service affordable credit from commercial institutions to farmers. The minister charged them to create awareness within localities where agricultural investments will be cited. Jigawa State Commissioner of Agriculture, represented by General Manager Jigawa State Agricultural Supply Company, Alhaji Idris Girbogo, applauded the government's agricultural transformations drive. Speakers at the occasion described the program as a worthy one, as it will address youth unemployment. From Duse, Awal Muhammad Kazaure, NTA News.
The National Directorate of Employment has provided capital incentive to small business operators in Katsina State under the Special Micro Enterprise Scheme. Correspondent Amin Ishaq Abbas completes this report.
The introduction of incentive to small businesses was coming on the heels of the dwindling fortunes of the microeconomy, which has contributed little to the nation's economic growth. This prompted the federal government to introduce a policy that will provide capital incentives to increase capital base for small businesses, particularly in rural areas. Presenting cash assistance to the beneficiaries, the Director General, National Director of Employment, Mala Abubakar Mohammed, represented by Alhaji Ali Umar Ardua, said the federal government decision to provide incentives to operators of small businesses is born out of its commitment to reposition the nation's economy. In Katsina, Amin Ishaq Abbas, NTA News.
And that is our contribution from Kaduna Network Center. It's back to you, Ifanyi, for more on the Nationwide.
Thank you, Suleiman. The Minister of Works, Mike Onolememen, has commissioned 4 road projects in Edo State. Works correspondent Ismail Musa has details of the projects.
We are on the road that leads to Fuga, the headquarters. It's a central local government. Formerly, this road used to be very bad, but now it has been repaired.
It is in realization of the potentials of bridges and roads in connecting and speeding up the socio-economic development in communities that the federal government is commissioning 2 double-lane bridges to replace the dilapidated single-lane bridges on River Okio and Wepa along Auchi Polytechnic, Ikpiri, Aganebode Road in Edo State. The replaced bridges with recorded cases of regular accidents were built over 30 years ago.
So it will help to facilitate the transportation of their farm produce to the marketplace, and in that way helping to empower the people of the area.
The pedestrian bridge at the Auchi Polytechnic main gate has also been commissioned.
This play has taken many of our Nigerian students' lives.
Every student has to make use of it, and that is the essence of it, because they must bear in mind as a risk to their life crossing.
For lasting value, the minister urged the benefiting communities to protect the projects. Ismail Musa, NTA News.
Meanwhile, the Federal Road Safety Corps has recorded a decrease of almost 5% in the rate of road crashes within the second quarter as against the first quarter of this year. The Corps Marshal of the FRC, Boboye Oyeyemi, gave the figure during the conference of Unity Commanders in Abuja.
The Federal Road Safety Corps has also recorded 18% decrease in the number of fatalities within the second quarter, which is equivalent to 1,332 deaths as against 1,640 within the first quarter of 2014. Towards sustaining this tempo, the Corps Marshal, Boboy Oyeyemi, urged the 194 unit commanders to step up.
We started this a few weeks ago by having a strategic session with the zonal sector command, first with the management, and to assess where we're coming from, where we are, what we want to do. And the mandate given to us by Mr. President, one, we have keyed into the transformation agenda, and secondly, is also for us for the public, Nigerians, to know we're capable of what we are doing.
The conference, with a theme, Consolidating the Gains of the Corps for Greater Performance, is geared towards 15% in the reduction of road crashes and 25% fatality, in line with the Accra Declaration and the United Nations Decade of Action. In Abuja, Aliu Kabir, NTA News.
Let's pause for some messages now. Nationwide will be back with more reports shortly. Do stay with us.
Excuse me. What people are looking for in Sokoto, we are having Sokoto. Good luck are what every parent and wishes pikin. In school, in business, in life, everybody are look for good luck. Every country are look for good luck. In World Cup tournament, good luck. Or Louisa come back to life, good luck. The schools are now breaking all over to betterment the future of Almajiris. Good luck. Our universities are properly funded. Good luck. My dear brothers of the North, are you see what I am saying? Agriculture are now walk over. That 33 modern dams are ready for farmers. Good luck. Fertilizers are purchased for almost free of charge. FOC. I am talking of power supply. That power reform are make steady supply of light every daily. Let us thank Chineke God. Power good luck. Kachineke Mezioku. Good luck continue for Nigeria.
This message is brought to you courtesy Transformation Ambassadors of Nigeria. Done for One Vision, Nigeria.
6 years ago, JAMB for the first time released UTME results after 6 days of examinations. The feat was regarded as genius. But with the introduction of the computer-based test, today it takes just 2 hours to release results after JAMB examinations. Times have changed.
Everybody should be ready to do computer-based tests next year. We should embrace it. Our parents should encourage them. We say good things about CBT. Let's get set. Let's join the world. It's a global practice. Let's key ourselves into it.
CBT centers are available across all the states of the Federation. CBT, take it, embrace it, move with the time.
Hajj, the journey of a lifetime, is the focus of NTA Tuesday Live this week. Hajj 2014, where are we now? It's going to be incisive, informative, and educative. Don't be told. Join us.
Bragging is not President Goodluck Jonathan's style, so you'd hardly hear him brag about all the great things he is doing for Nigeria. He wouldn't tell you he's the first president to privatize power, to give us a constant supply of electricity and economic prosperity. Soon your electricity will be like your mobile phones, 24 hours, 7 days a week. He won't brag about security, new roads, new rail, or new airports, eliminating corruption in agriculture and saving $25 billion per year, mass housing projects, or that our economy is growing at the fastest rate in the world. He wouldn't brag about any of it because he knows there's a lot more to be done. Mr. President, right on. We that are with you are so many more than those who are against you. A message from protectors of Nigerian posterity.
There is an Ebola virus epidemic in some West African countries. The Nigerian government wants you to be aware and watch out against the spread of Ebola in your community. Help keep our country safe and watch out for severe cases of fever, headaches, diarrhea, chest and abdominal pain, sore throat, cough, red eyes, and bleeding from the eyes, ears, and nose, especially when these symptoms are found in persons coming into Nigeria from other West African countries. Protect yourself. Wash your hands regularly with soap and running water, or use a hand sanitizer. Avoid contact with the blood, urine, feces, or saliva of animals like bats, monkeys, gorillas, chimpanzees, or infected persons. The Ebola virus is deadly. Don't catch it. Don't spread it. This message is brought to you by the Federal Ministry of Information.
The Special Advisor to the President, Political Affairs and National Coordinator, Goodluck Support Group, Professor Rufai Ahmed Al-Khali, invites all groups rooting for the re-election of President Goodluck Jonathan to the first National Summit of Goodluck Support Groups as follows. Date, Tuesday, September 16, 2014. Venue, Eagle Square, Abuja. Time, 10 a.m. Chairman, Dr. Amadou Ali, former National Chairman, PDP. Special guest of all,
I am Pius. I am Secretary to the Government of the Federation.
Keynote Speaker, His Excellency Godswill Obot Akpabio, Chairman, PDP Governors Forum. Special guests, leaders and members of the National Assembly, all PDP governors, members of the PDP Board of Trustees, members of the PDP National Execution Committee, and all members of the Federal Executive Council. Together, we can make it. Professor Rufai Ahmed Al-Khali, announcer.
Excuse me. What people are looking for in Sokoto, we are having Sokoto. Good luck are what every parent and wishes begin. In school, in business, in life, everybody are look for good luck. Every country are look for good luck. In World Cup tournament, good luck. Or Louisa come back to life, good luck. The schools are now breaking all over to betterment the future of Almajiris. Good luck. Our universities are properly funded. Good luck. My damn brothers of the north. Are you see what I'm saying? Agriculture are now walk over. That 33 modern dams are ready for farmers. Good luck. Fertilizers are purchased for almost free of charge. FOC. I am talking of power supply. That power reform and make steady supply of light every daily. Let us thank Chineke God. Power good luck. Chineke good luck continue for Nigeria.
This message is brought to you courtesy Transformation Ambassadors of Nigeria. TAN. One Vision, Nigeria.
You're watching NTA Nationwide News. The mobile money banking policy initiated by the Central Bank of Nigeria is to address proximity challenges posed in the financial transaction machinery. Despite this, experts say Nigerians are gradually keen into mobile money banking. The experts were speaking on NTA's program, Good Morning, Nigeria. Timothy Yusuf reports.
Mobile money banking, otherwise called e-banking, entails carrying out financial transactions, including cross-checking bank details, cash withdrawals, and cash transfer from one account to the other electronically. It also translates going cashless and embarking on financial transactions through the use of online electronic devices like mobile phones, the automated teller machines, among others.
For this financial inclusiveness to be embraced, people must be able to have confidence that if accounts are hacked illegally through the banking system, the client is not left to nurse his wounds.
The Central Bank of Nigeria sees mobile money banking as the frontier of the cashless era and capable of transforming the cashless policy to better the living standard of Nigerians.
What this means to a layman is that with your phone, you can actually walk to any of the mobile money operators that the Central Bank has licensed, to register and then begin to save into that wallet and also begin to withdraw from that wallet. And also, you can also use that money that is stored in there, to make payment.
The e-money banking policy, described as a paradigm shift in commercial transactions, is observed to be capable of reducing time and space.
There are several challenges we have to contend with the rural areas. Beyond the issue of literacy level, you have to also contend with the issue of infrastructure.
Individual is kidnapped. Can he or she be forced to transfer money, mobile money? That's one question.
Over 7,000 agents recruited by the CBN are already carrying out the initiative across the country, while the CBN is being enjoined to work hard towards imbibing people's confidence into e-banking. Ability to keeping customer secret pins secret is one major area of concern by stakeholders. In Abuja, Timothy Yusuf, NTA News.
Rivers State House of Assembly clears 21 caretaker committee chairmen as Governor Amechi tasked the police against partisan politics. This and more as we join Juliet in our Port Harcourt Network Center. It's over to you, Juliet.
Thank you, Ifeanyi, and welcome to Port Harcourt. Rivers State Governor Chibuike Amechi has urged the police in the state to focus on the protection of lives and property and avoid being used in partisan politics. Governor Amechi gave the advice when the new Commissioner of Police, Rivers State Command, Mr. Dan Bature, in company of the newly promoted Assistant Inspector General of Police, Mr. Tunde Ogunshake, and other top police officers paid him a courtesy visit at Government House. Emmanuel Lene reports.
Governor Amechi commended the outgoing Commissioner of Police, AIG Tunde Ogunshake, for being professional in the discharge of his responsibilities and ensuring the security of lives and property in the state. He lauded him for restoring peace in the state and creating a platform for all parties to have access to him and urged him to maintain the spirit. Governor Amechi advised the new Police Commissioner, Mr. Dan Bature, to ensure social justice rather than being partisan, warning that the absence of social justice may lead to breakdown of law and order.
The Nigerian police is supposed to be an institution that is supposed to mingle and have the confidence of Nigerians. The moment you become an agent of the
The new police commissioner, Mr. Dan Batire, promised to provide adequate security for the citizens of the state and called for the sustenance of existing cooperation between the state and the police. The immediate past police commissioner, now AIG Tunde Ogoshakin, said he discharged his duties as a professional officer and commended Governor Mechi for the cooperation enjoyed during his stay.
I've tried to discharge my duties as a professional police officer.
I'm very much aware that the main purpose of government is to provide security for the citizens of the state.
AIG Tunde Ogoshakin assumed office as Rivers State Commissioner of Police on the 12th of February 2014 before his new appointment. In Port Harcourt, Emmanuel Lene, NTA News.
21 caretaker committee chairmen and members have been screened and cleared by the Rivers State House of Assembly. This is equal to a letter from the state governor, Chibika Amechi, requesting for the appointment of the nominees by the House. Dibabari Sedoma has more.
After the screening exercise of the 21 caretaker committee chairmen and members, the House unanimously voted in support of the confirmation of the nominees.
So the nominees submitted by His Excellency the Governor of Rivers State for appointment as chairmen and members of the affected local government councils are hereby cleared.
I'll continue with my empowerment programs, and I actually intend to solidify or add more to what I have done to consolidate on what I and my committee members have done.
I believe the challenges I face is my ability to handle the youths and empower them. I believe if I do that, I must have combated poverty to a great extent.
Out of the 21 nominees, 6 of them were retained. They are caretaker chairman of Oyibo, Obiakpo, Boni, Opobonkoro, Emoha, and Omuma local government councils. Chairmen of Degema and Ogba-Egbema local government councils were not part of the screening as they are still serving their tenure as elected chairmen. In Port Harcourt, Dibaba Risedoma, NTA News.
The Vice-Chancellor, University of Port Harcourt, Professor Joseph Ajainka, has described Dr. Emmanuel Eboga as a professional in the petroleum industry, a mentor and a nation builder. Ajainka stated this at the 5th Emmanuel Eboga Legacy Lecture Series on Petroleum Economics Policy and Strategy in Port Harcourt. Osinachi has
unemployed youths. Sokoto State Government has commenced the screening of 2,300 youths under its Marshall Program. Abubakar Ba was at the NYSC orientation camp, venue of the exercise, and now reports.
Just introduced by the present administration to reduce unemployment and youth restiveness in the state. Sokoto Marshal, as they will be addressed, are expected to be trained on environmental, traffic, as well as security marshals. Facilitators, mostly from both the military and paramilitary, were on ground to drill the participants on several aspects, to include martial arts for self-defense. Inspecting the camp to see the level of preparedness for the takeoff of the exercise, Sokoto State Commissioner for Special Duties Alhaji Abdullahi Abubakar Dengi said government is ready to ensure the success of the training. He expressed satisfaction with the arrangements made to ensure the welfare of the participants throughout their 6-month stay in the camp. Alhaji Dengi believed that at the end of their training, the youth will be deployed to various places in the metropolis to offer services.
Our intention in Sokoto State is to reduce the higher percentage of poverty toward the youth. So far as you have seen that they have come out in mass, and you can see that they have all appreciated with what we are making.
He also expressed dismay over the absence of participants from Isa and Gwenyu local government areas in the exercise and called on the two councils to sit up to their responsibility. While interacting with some participants who expressed satisfaction with the arrangements at the camp, the commissioner appealed to them to endure the 6 weeks training. Alhaji Shawiyau is the chief consultant for the training.
All the required backings we need for this program have been provided.
He warned the absent local government councils that no one will be allowed into the camp after 1 week.
And that's it from here. It's back to you, Ifeanyi. Good afternoon.
Thank you, Zainab. There was confusion at the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation NNPC Abuja as the workers were allegedly asked out of their office. Correspondent Kenneth Nanim was at the NNPC premises earlier in the day.
The situation at the NNPC office here today is quite unusual. Staff who are supposed to be seated in their office working are seen trooping out of the office. I'm here to find out exactly what is going on in the organization. Good afternoon, sir. We see you are just coming out from NNPC. What is happening?
Oh, they went on strike.
What's the name, sir?
Stanley is the name.
Okay, why are they all going on strike?
For their pension stuff.
Is it all the staff of NNPC?
All the staff of NNPC.
So what has been going on all this while?
I don't know. They just say we should go home till further notice.
NNPC is not under PENCOM, in which now the PENCOM people are asking them to come to their own side, in which the NNPC itself as a body doesn't want it. So that's just the reason why, and they're just going on strike for now, till further notice, yeah.
And up next is sports with Kene Imabodike.
Golden Eagles 1-2 loss to Gabon in first leg final round African Under-17 qualifier Sunday in Libreville. Nigeria Football Federation has assured football lovers in the country that the Emmanuel Amuneke team will definitely pick the ticket to the championship in the Niger Republic next year. NFF General Secretary Musa Amadou said the boys will upturn the table in the fourth night when the Gabonese come calling for the second leg.
There is no doubt about it. The team is very good. They have been working very hard under Coach Amuneke and the other technical crew. And we have been able to give them the best of preparations. And I'm confident, like I said, that come 2 weeks' time when the return leg is played in Calabar, we will be able to beat the Gabonese and qualify for the championships in Niger early next year.
Before we go, it is your right to challenge anybody suspected to be involved in unwholesome activities around you. Be security conscious. This message is from the Directorate of State Security. And that concludes Nationwide News. There will be more reports at 7 and Network News at 9. Thank you for watching.